Mr. President, as we gather here once more to discuss the humanitarian situation in Gaza, I cannot help but reflect on the narrowness of these discussions. We speak, as if by habit, about aid deliveries, about food and medicine, and yet there is hardly a mention of the hostages, our people still held in captive in the most brutal conditions imaginable. The 6 hostages executed in cold blood, whose faces you all saw last time we gathered here, were kept in a tunnel whose entrance was hidden beneath a child's bedroom. We all must ask ourselves how much of the aid ends up fueling the very tunnels that imprison the innocent. How much, if any, of the aid reaches the hostages? How much is stolen by the Hamas terror machine, never reaching the Palestinians? Let me be clear. Israel's humanitarian efforts during the war are unparalleled for a country which underwent its most tragic day and has since been forced to go to war. We have gone above and beyond our obligations, aiming to improve the well-being of a civilian population embedded within the enemy. The statistics are there for all to see. While they differ from the terrorist supply statistics, we urge the Council and the UN to stick to the facts. Over 1 million tons of aid have been delivered via more than 50,000 trucks. There have been nearly 1 million land crossings, providing vital supplies and assistance to the people of Gaza. Hardly a fraction of the crossings have ever been stopped. 800,000 tons of food and aid have crossed into Gaza under Israeli coordination. We have also acted dynamically in response to the changing circumstances. The polio vaccination campaign, ran in collaboration with UNICEF and the WHO, is well underway. As of September 10, over 500,000 Gazan children had been vaccinated. We appreciate our partners at UNICEF and the WHO for their efforts. Despite the slander, the noise, the panic, we have clearly demonstrated our willingness to work with cooperative agencies, those who truly care about the welfare of civilians and wish to work meaningfully with us. The cooperation with UNICEF and the WHO has been productive. Together, we have responded to the needs of Gazans as they arise, adapting to the humanitarian situation in real time. We also value the ongoing cooperation with Senior Humanitarian Coordinator Kach and her team. But we must draw a line. We cannot work with everyone, and we will not work with those who do not care for civilians, but only care to harm Israel. UNRWA Gaza has become nothing more than a cartel, fostering hatred and prolonging misery in Gaza. UNRWA Gaza does not assist, it enables. It enables the very forces that keep Gaza in a state of despair. We have documented proof of UNRWA staff involved in the Hamas-led atrocities of October 7. Earlier this year, we provided more than 100 names and military IDs of terrorist operatives currently employed by UNRWA in Gaza to Commissioner Lazzarini. This list is part of an ongoing process and does not yet reveal the full extent of the infiltration of UNRWA Gaza. Yet, some here continue to fund this organization as if it were neutral, as if it were part of the solution and not part of the problem. Just last week, as many of you mentioned earlier, on Wednesday, September 11th, our forces conducted a strike on terrorists operating inside a building which was once a school. After we were accused by few dignitaries of killing local UNRWA workers in the strike, the IDF requested that the agency provide details and names of the workers so we may review the claim, as any liberal democracy would do. Until now, no answers have been provided by UNRWA despite repeated requests. However, we have confirmed several terrorists who were eliminated in the strike. These terrorists included Muhammad Adnan Abu Zayad, Yasser Ibrahim Abu Sarar, and Ayad Matar. Each of these terrorists were Hamas military operatives. Each of them was also employed by UNRWA. They have a day job with UNRWA and a night job with Hamas. Colleagues, the most effective way to improve the humanitarian situation is clear: the removal and dismantlement of the Hamas terror organization, the cause of the suffering, the monsters who bear sole responsibility. Defeating Hamas will allow the people of Gaza to shape their own future and rebuild their lives, working alongside the most successful and prosperous nations in the region. Let me be clear, with Hamas left in control, no meaningful discussion can take place about Gaza's future, not about its governance, its reconstruction, or its prospects. The root of the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is not a shortage of food or medicine. It is that Hamas continues to hold its people hostage in service of their evil ideology. Our goal is very clear: to defeat Hamas, to secure the return of all our hostages, and to allow Gazans to take control of their own future, free from the grip of terror, free from the incitement and hatred that has poisoned their society for too long. Once Hamas is gone, we want the people of Gaza to administer their own affairs, to rebuild their lives with dignity and in peace, alongside their Israeli neighbors. As long as Hamas rules Gaza with its hateful ideology, the people there will never have a chance at a decent life. As long as Hamas holds our citizens hostage, as our families wonder if their loved ones are dead or alive, the real humanitarian work cannot begin. It is time for this Council to acknowledge the truth. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza isn't due to a lack of food or medicine. It stems from lack of genuine leadership, poor management, and the grip of a terror organization that values death over life. The defeat of Hamas is not just an Israeli interest, it is a humanitarian imperative. Thank you.